Hello everyone and welcome to Lucy's Larking Adventures. It's been a little while since we've done a video. We've had some pretty rubbish weather and even on the nicer days that we've had the water level has still been pretty high, so we're going to try today. It's a lovely spring day, birds are singing, so we're hoping we'll be able to get in, but we're not sure about the water levels. They're still probably a bit higher than we'd like, but we might be able to get in and have a look around, so fingers crossed. So we're just heading off now. I'll bring you back shortly and let you know what it's looking like. So we've just had a very quick pit stop at this little area on our way further downstream. Look at the sun dappling off the top of the water. Can't tell you how pleased I am to be back out in my wellies in the water, hoping to find some exciting stuff. I found a couple of things already, so let me show you. Firstly, this bottle, and when I pulled it out I thought, actually it's probably pretty modern. Look, it looks pretty modern in terms of how it's made. It's got a really interesting pattern on it. So maybe it's just one of these fun brands of beer that people drink. But if you recognise it, let me know. It's quite an embossed bottle. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I'm going to keep it just in case until I can work out what it is. And I'll try and take some better photos of it as well. And then two little jars, look, one bigger and one smaller, so they're both pretty sweet. Look at this one, has got some writing on the bottom as well actually. Does it say? I can't quite read it at the moment. I'll give it a clean up and have a look and take some photos of it for you, and a normal sort of jam jar, so not dreadfully exciting, although I must say from the first day back after a few months off, still pretty exciting to me. And then finally this little tin, look, what's left of it anyway, Wrigley's Eclipse Mints it looks like. So again, not sure how old that is, but definitely looks like it's been knocking around for a while. So a really promising start to today's video. So glad to be back out. Can smell the wild garlic. Look, spring is definitely well and truly on its way. So when we go a bit further down, see what else we can find. See you in a sec. So we're heading just a bit further along now, and we've pulled out a couple of things. Look at this old bottle. It's plain, unfortunately, but hopefully a sign that there's lots that's been washed up over the winter. So it's been pretty exciting over the sort of stormy winter to just hope that lots of stuff's being uncovered, ready to be found. And then of course, it wouldn't be Lucy's Larking Adventures without the first find of the season of one of these lovely paste jars. So that's sort of made my day already. So that's a definite keeper. It's coming home, it's going to get cleaned up and go with the little collection. So we're just venturing a little bit further along the bank. It is a bit deeper than we would like it to be, but you know, it's only March, so and there are a few surprises poking out, so we're going to get in and get them out. And I don't know if you can just spot down there, just in the middle of the screen, there's a little tiny white jar, the sort of milk glass cosmetic jars that I love to collect. So we're heading down over this tree trunk to get in and get that out. I'll bring you back when I've got it. So I'm pretty impressed that after a couple of months off, still got the ability to spot that from up on the bank. Look at that, successfully extracted by Ryan, and it's in pretty good condition actually. I do love to collect those, and it does say ponds on the bottom as well, which is always nice, isn't it? So yeah, so far pretty successful, having a really good time. Hope you are too. What a pleasure it is to be back out, and look, my lovely first piece of pottery of 2019. I've got a feeling that's going to clean up beautifully. Some lovely pattern underneath there, I think. And just another interesting find. Never found one of these before. Look, an old vinyl record. Unfortunately, can't tell what song was on it, which would have been fun, wouldn't it? But yeah, still, that's an interesting little find. And I think Ryan's got something as well, so let's have a look what he's found. Oh look, a little bottle. That's cute, isn't it? Got any name on it? No, I think it's a blank. So yeah, you can see lots of interesting things here, so I'm going to dig on a little bit further. I'll bring you with me. There we go. Here's a bottle. Let's just see if it's any good. It's got a screw top on it. Sauce bottle it looks like. but no name, unfortunately. Does make your heart do a little leap though, doesn't it, when you find something? Look at this. Just a little dig up. Oh, look. I think that's probably still got the remains of the lid on it, actually, you know. Isn't that brilliant? Another Pond's bottle, but a much bigger one. Or jar, I should say. I love these. So yeah, we'll try and clean that up. I think it's probably got a corroded sort of lid on it. But yeah, very pleased with that. It's lovely to be able to see through the water. The weather's holding up pretty well. It's actually pretty warm today. Probably the warmest day we've had so far. And just look at it. What a day. So the real reason that we came here is because we were hoping that through the stormy sort of winter, more of the bottle dump that we know is on the banks here would have been exposed. And let me just swing you around. It has. So I'm going to get my little trowel out, have a little dig. I'm not going to dig massively into the banks. I'm just going to pull out those things that I can see. I can see a paste jar over there, so we'll have a look at that as well. So bear with me a second, I'll bring you back. Oh, before we get onto the bank, if you've watched my videos before, you'll know that quite often we do a little interlude where we have a look at what Ryan's found, because we tend to separate out when we search. So he's got a couple of things to catch us up on, which is pretty exciting, isn't it? This is really nice. What a lovely shaped bottle. I don't think it's got any names or writing on it, but I love it. You'll get used to that. So yeah, lovely find. A couple more things. Pop that one over there with my other things. Oh, this is nice. Look at that. Oh, probably just made it so that you can't see it, but I think this is Foster Clark, and I imagine, yes, Eiffel Tower lemonade. So I found one of these before, actually. I think they'd be slightly bit bigger, but isn't that lovely? Lovely little thing to add to the collection. And then I think we've got one more. Bear with me a second. Oh, look at this. This is neat. A little toy wheel. Probably Triang, I would imagine. It has got some writing around the outside, but it's quite difficult to see here, so I'll give it a bit of a clean up when we get home. And it says made in England, I think, that side. So yeah, that's really sweet, isn't it? So I'm going to get into the bank now. I will bring you with me and we'll see what we can pull out. Oh, look at this, how exciting. I can't wait to get stuck in. I'm going to just start with, I can see some of the things that have fallen out already here. So we're going to have a look at those first. And then we'll just pull some things out of the bank itself. Just again, I've spotted something over here, which looks exciting. Yeah, look at that. A lovely bottle. Aftershave or cologne, I'd say. Again, nothing with any name on it today so far, which is a shame, but that's pretty neat actually, so I like that. Let's put that up there. These lovely big jars are just like brilliant, aren't they? I have these just around the house to just use for, like, you know, normal pens in, makeup brushes, whatever. Gosh, what a heavy weight that is. Full up with mud. So I'm going to pop that up there, and then look, another one of these. Pleasure to find, aren't they? So that's the second one of today. And then let's just see what we can pull out easily from here. Just looks like it might go, yeah. This is where I wish I had 3 hands so that I could film and whatever else. Some sort of sauce jar, what does it say? Oh, Daddy's, look. Alright, Daddy sauce. Pretty good condition. It's fun. I'll pop that up there. What's this? These are really sweet as well, aren't they? I don't know what they were used for. I wonder what they were for. But they just clean up so nicely. Bit of work to do to clean that one up. Bit of crockery, so let's go for that next. Oh, it's just plain white, which is always a shame. It's nice to find a pattern for it. Okay, it's got a name here though. Let's give it a little clean. What's that say? Guntney and Co Limited. Oh, Bristol. That's fun. I'm not sure if I've read that name right, but later. But yeah, that's nice. It's a shame there's not more of that, isn't there, to see what pattern or something that would have had on it. It's always nice to find something local with the maker's mark on it. Let's go for another piece of pottery, shall we? What do you reckon? Pattern on the other side? Oh no, what a shame. Just a plain piece, no mark. What have we got? There's another jar here. It looks like it's ready to fall out. Again, just another plain sort of conduit jar that would have been. It's got such a look, haven't they, though? That lovely round top. Would have just been lovely in its time, wouldn't it? Pop that there, it's quite heavy. I think that's going to float away. You can see something here. Oh wow, look at that. That's gorgeous. Oh, a stunning pattern that is. The lovely sort of black and the roses. Isn't that lovely? Could that have been a bowl or maybe a cup? A bit big for a cup. So yeah, there's lots of exciting things in here. I'm gonna keep going a little bit longer. Needs a bit of digging out. Oh, I can see a bottle here. Let's go for that. Well, I could get it up by hand, I think. Another one of these, look, no name on it. A nice little thing, all the same. So yeah, I'm going to dig a little bit further. Why don't I bring you back and let you know what else I find? See you in a sec. Here's today's mystery item, look. Just spotted this. It's actually pretty heavy, and this is just like very sort of wiry. So my first thought was a pendulum from a clock maybe, but I'm just not sure that the weight ratio would be right, because this is very sort of spindly and this is quite heavy. And then we thought maybe it was one of those little tin oilers, but that doesn't seem right either. So it's the remains of something. Let me know what you think it is. Let me just catch you up on a couple of bottles. This one here, Ryan found, lovely shape, lovely colour, and it's Milton, so some sort of sterilising fluid I imagine that would have been. And look, a little tiny one. Love to find the really small bottles. I'm sure that would have had some sort of medicine or something in it. No name, unfortunately. It's just got UGB on the bottle, which I think is United Glass, one of the most prolific sort of glass bottle and jar makers. So yes, there's lots coming out. I'm having a really lovely time. It's so nice to be back. And I'm just going to wander up. I'm going to come back to the bank, but I'm just going to wander up through the water for a second, see what I can see. So I'll bring you with me and we'll have a look together. Look how clear it is, isn't it? Just beautiful. Look, not quite as interesting as I had hoped for. Still, get that out of the way. You can see something here. Where has it gone? Oh, that's lovely. That's really lovely. Again, we're not having much luck with the, you know, the really old sort of named stuff. But those of you who've watched my channel before will know that I just like finding old stuff. So I'm never really too worried about its sort of value, if you like. There's 6 like glass here. Let's just come round. Oh, it's a bit broken, so I'm not going to go in. Sorry if the sunlight is a bit bright for you. I have got polarised sunglasses, but not a filter for the camera, so apologies for that. What does this look like? It's a shame, isn't it? That would have been a nice thing. I had to get that out. It shouldn't really be. I think that is the remains of another Oh no, it looks like a little egg cup actually, look. Get that out as well. So when I'm bringing you with me, it's probably easier for you to see that I quite often pick up things which we don't show you because they're not as exciting. I wonder if you ever spot stuff that I don't spot. I imagine that's quite annoying. Lots of plain white pieces there. There's a little pattern, look. Oh, can't quite see it. Nope, not you. Oh, look, lovely little star pattern. It's lovely, isn't it? This is such a calming thing to do on a day like today. I don't think I realised quite how much I missed it. I've been raring to sort of get out for weeks, and the weather's been sort of a bit hit and miss, but even when it's been good enough, as I said, the water's just been too deep. We've had quite a lot of rain over the winter. A few storms, but hopefully it's on the change now, so that means everything that's been washed up can be found. Okay, I'll bring you back shortly, see what else we can find. Every so often in this hobby you find something that you just wish you could have found earlier when it was in better condition, and this is definitely one of those things. Look at the remains of this. It's pretty heavy metal, remains of an old sort of animal, I'd say a stag or something, wouldn't you, with that neck? But alas, he's lost 2 of his legs and his head, and what a shame. That would have just been brilliant, wouldn't it, to have pulled that out in complete condition. What a stunner. So not much use to anyone anymore, but I will still admire him because, you know, that's just what I do. So I wish I could take the credit for this find. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the find of the day. But it was Ryan that found it, and it's a great one. Look at it. What a lovely old bottle. Probably by far the oldest one we found today. And it actually says C.E. Knowles, and then across the middle, Midsummer Norton, and then near Bath, which as you know is where I'm from. So that is a definite keeper. I'm over the moon with that. Don't find very many Bath bottles these days. So yeah, super find. I'll see what I can find out about C.E. Knowles. I don't think I found a C.E. Knowles bottle before, if I can remember rightly, so I will check in my little collection. But yeah, super pleased with that. So, well, that's a bit better for you, isn't it? A lovely find. So yeah, that's made the day, but we're still going, so we'll let you know what else we can find. There's a lovely little set of handles to be found. It's a lovely distinctive shape, isn't it, from the top of some sort of bucket. I like to think of it as like a cauldron handle, but you know, maybe that's just me. So yeah, I'm pleased with those. We find those fairly often. I don't always bring them home, but I'll take them out and get rid of them properly. And there's a few more things to catch you up on, hidden in amongst the leavery here, look. Shield Hall, this is SCWS, and this is Essence Coffee and Chicory. Fairly common bottle for us. In fact, in a previous video I brought a recent plastic bottle of coffee and chicory, just to show you what it looks like now. This is a nice old jug, a snail on a Kepler, it says. Kepler, actually. What a lovely shape. I don't know what Kepler was actually, so if you recognise it, let me know, give me a shout. It's the stone lid of an old sort of flag, maybe a sort of bed warmer, something like that. A bit broken there. They just have these lovely designs around the rim. Sometimes they've got a name on the lid, but not this one, unfortunately. I love to find things like this. So obviously there is a bottle dump nearby, as we've seen from the banks, and they're quite often set on fire. And this is just the remains of some glass that has been caught up in that fire. It just looks great, doesn't it? Wonder what it was. Some sort of, you can just sort of see there from the top, some sort of Tizer bottle or something, I would imagine. Looks great now though, doesn't it? And then this, again, we find quite a lot of these broken, but still with the stone lid on, which is always nice. And it would have said Coombs & Co Limited, and that's sort of an old wine flagon or something like that. So yeah, all in all, pretty good haul. Hope you're enjoying the video too. Sorry we kept you waiting for it for so long. We'll let you know if we can find anything else. Here's a lovely little bottle. I just pulled this out the bank and thought it was sort of some sort of ink bottle or something, but actually it's got some writing on it. Let me just give it a clean off. Hopefully you can see. It says Bisurated Magnesia. And then underneath I think it says Bismack Limited London. So I've never found one of those before. I'm sure it's not the rarest sort of find, but it's always really nice to add something new to the collection. So that's definitely coming home for a good scrub, and that'll be in the cabinet. Let me know what you think. I just found this lovely remains of an old ashtray. Look, it says Hop Leaf brand on it, and it's copper, and I'm sure it would have said beer. It must have been a brand of beer. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Unfortunately I just broke that bit off when I pulled it out, so I'm obviously out of practice. But yeah, that's pretty neat, isn't it? Don't see them like that anymore, do you? Okay, a few more things to catch you up on. It's a lovely little jar. It's a screw top, so it's not particularly old, but you know me, I just quite like it. Another paste jar, so that's 3 today, which is great for the first trip out of 2019. So hopefully our paste jar tradition continues. Another lovely little bottle, look. Needs a bit of a clean. Actually, let's wash it off. Very muddy. Isn't that sweet? It's good. And then this jar, just giving this a good wash off because I thought it had a name, and it has, look, Panyan. So some sort of sauce, I think. I'm sure some of you will recognise it, so give me a shout. But yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? Bit of age to it, lovely shape and a name. What more can you ask for? So we're nearly coming to the end, I think, of our trip here. I'm going to start heading back now. Obviously, if I find anything on the way out, I will show you and let you know. And when I get home, I'll do a bit of cleaning, a bit of scrubbing, and I'll show you my haul. See you shortly. So we're just on the way out, and we've just spotted one final thing to see what it is. I've got my really heavy bag on my back, so I'm a bit imbalanced, but I'm going to go in, see if I can bring you with me. Sorry if it's a bit shaky. There it goes. There it is. Oh, it's a plain one, which is a shame, but still it was worth checking. So yeah, there's plenty more here, I think, to be found. So we'll definitely be back. Hopefully we'll be having pretty regular videos now, but we will just have to see how the water levels go and the weather holds up. But I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll see you back at home. Hi everyone, so we're back home and I've had a quick rinse of some of our finds just to give you a quick roundup of what we found today. Some of you will recognise that from a previous discovery. So I've managed to have a bit of a wash up out in the garden today because the weather is just so fine, so making the most of it. So let's have a quick look at some of my favourite things. This is the mystery object, so don't forget, if you recognise it, Give me a shout, let me know what you think it is. I absolutely love this. I wonder if it was painted at some point, if it was an old toy or something, and it's just been, I mean, there's no way of knowing whether it was thrown away because it was broken, or if, you know, the water and the years of abandonment have done that to it. But there we go. This is the Eclipse mint tin, so hopefully that'll clean up with a bit of a scrub. I like to keep these. I think they're really great, especially when they've still got the lid in there. This one I've kept, even though it's broken, just because it's got a really nice pattern around the outside. I love a bit of burnt glass. You can't go wrong, can you? It's got such a look. You can see my lovely 3 paste jars there. So they're looking fantastic. Nice way to start the tradition off again for 2019. And then some of the smaller bottles here, which I absolutely love to find. So this is the Eiffel Tower lemonade. I think these were actually sold as lemonade crystals rather than a ready to drink solution, which is interesting. This is the first small bottle that I found, and actually if you look on the bottom, it's swan ink. It's just got the little picture of a swan there, and then it says swan ink around the outside, so that's really cool. I love these really small ones. Look at those, aren't they great? It actually says yeast fight, that one, so we found a yeast fight jar before, and they're just great, aren't they? And there's some of the Daddy sauce one there. Some of the other jars that are not named. The Kepler jar, this needs a real scrub, but I think it will come up really nicely actually, so give that a bit more work. I don't think I showed you this when we found it, but this is a Crush'em jar. So found a few of those again, but they're always pretty nice to find. And I absolutely love this, which is the Milton sterilising fluid bottle. Just look at that, isn't it great? You don't get them like that anymore, do you? So that was super. It's a lovely piece of pottery, the nicest bit I found today, so that's a keeper. And actually some of it, the green bits, look like it's sort of hand painted on, if not all of it, so isn't it stunning? My little milk jar there, it's just the biggest one. There is a lid, I think, under all of that, so I'm going to try and just scrape that off, and I'll give it a bit of a clean up. I'll show you that in the next video, let you know how it comes out. And then the find of the day is this lovely Midsummer Norton local bottle near Bath, and it's CE Knowles, and isn't it just a stunner? So yeah, absolutely great find of the day. It was Ryan's find. So there are a couple of other things as well which I haven't washed up yet. It's mostly duplicates, but I just thought I'd give you a quick roundup of how I was getting on. So all in all, a really successful first day back out. I hope you've enjoyed coming with me, and we hope to be back out as soon as we can. Please do like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Take care, bye!